Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution.
Good evening,
Good evening. Let me just add your yes, caller. Please tell us your name and your contribution.
Yeah. This is Dr. K calling you from Lusaka.
Dr. K, make your contributions.
Yes, Ambassador. Let me first of all recommend or acknowledge the coming together of Tonse Alliance and PF Pamos Alliance in the name of Makebi Zulu and President Brian Ondubile. I think that is recommendable, and I pray that the other opposition will follow suit, because they are just responding to the cries of the Zambian people for the opposition to be united. So we want to start with that, and we pray that also Hari Kalaba and the other presidential candidates again come together and form each other so that we can cross over to the other side. But Emmanuel, I just want to maybe just speak about the other speakers, Aladelanda, about the rules that ISIS has put in place. Yeah, I think, Emmanuel, we have a responsibility to also educate us as we are calling, because I think we are just quoting one of the rules, but also there are other things that the ISIS mentioned. If at all somebody is not one of the office bearers for that political party, but they choose to sponsor them for presidential position, and they require that the president of that particular political party and the SG should be able to sign on the adoption certificate. So that is one of the rules that the callers who are supporting Honorable Hari Kalaba should be able to understand, that that is the other thing that could qualify the other presidential candidates like Brian Mundubile and President Makebi Zulu and others who are standing on the political parties of which they are not part and parcel of the names that are at the register of society. So I think that needs to be clarified, and it's also unfortunate that the ECZ have been postponing and changing goalposts. Again, it will work against, the political parties, especially the opposition, who have had very little time, or are going to have very little time to campaign in this case, because they are supposed to be given 90 days, but now those days have been reduced, and it's very, very unfortunate. But we pray that within those days that have been given, they will be able to do justice. Thank you so much, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution. Enquiry.
Nameless, yeah.
Nameless, make your contribution.
Okay, Mwamba. Yeah, the developments are just really getting, to our names, and I could see that we have started panicking. Yeah, I'm saying we because the feeling is the same to everybody. Yeah, but all what I want to say is I concur with the second caller to the first caller, who actually said that we shouldn't be pushing out, saying that let all the opposition parties, get into Bakalaba. Pantu Bakalaba nabo bene bali mu danger. So ukulingana nefoninga monafe palwandi, we should stop mentioning names of the people, because if we are putting those people in danger. Because here we are fighting with a lion, and to fight with a lion you have to be so much careful. Lomanga chakwe bati twalala ngangesine bakalaba yo bakalaba whenever become danger bakalaba. Abantu abali mu opposition party, bantu bamwe educated. I think we should give them also, of course we are pressurizing them, but let's give them a room. It's like we are giving all the ideas again to the person you are fighting with. So we know the lumbla baba tulelandila mapinda. Kweba it's not that sentence of muntu la wine umawine. Ababantu bali targeted from long time ago. It's just a matter of time to say you are number one, you are number two. Yeah, this is what they do. Already we are talking about our brother Chifungo. He will never come out. He might come out after the elections. Because our bones have abantu sana. So tuleke ukulalumbla abantu. Tulerandira mapinda. Abenya ama politicians na beshiba. So if we want to support these people, we shouldn't be pressurizing them. That pressure. People are panicking. Let's not panic. Let's try and be very strong and also give room to these people. They are thinking. They are never no. This is all I can say.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Hello, Denmark.
My dear sister, make your contribution.
So Mwamba ndifuna okusubinisha fesa nana bantu abafuma mukulanda po ukwebati tulebako careful mufyo tulanda because this is a public platform and this is a platform where babonfya baba UPND ukumona direction ya opposition, so we need to be logical and strategic bafyo tule tumana okuchita suggest uko efo ningalanda fya kwebati lelo tuchita sana focus pama problems aleta ba ICZ like if you feel chita affect by FDD, so we focus on that. And this thing of saying unity, it's very dangerous. You know, someone that we rally behind one person. Please leave these people alone. Like, from that end, that's how we have always done it. We'll see who to rally behind. You cannot go and collapse yourself in one thing today. What are you going to do? So as you force every day unity, please let's be logical and let's also have faith in God. Tulabika na mapepo kuntansha abantu sinabaka inde bantu is very much he's a motto man bale kota na bakula, so na unavenga kwata power ya msango shanira to abapera yali perela, so tuchetekeleko muliresa ababantu balekeni bakachite file nangu bakaba 100, allow them like that. Tuleko kulabeba iseni pamo. For now, I feel it's very important for us to focus on what the UPND and ECZ are doing to these individuals who qualify. And I also to state that our president Haga in the Chilema, he doesn't have a mandate to go back to PF must die completely. But under PF EV, but under PF Yadi Payavantu, but under PF Nivaka, everything bad. He has painted PF, okay? Me, I'm not PF. I've never been PF, even though I voted for PF at some point, just to point out. So my emphasis is that let him allow the people to choose. If he says that it's that bad and the people are that bad, he should stop doing Mingalato and let the Zambian people choose. If Munduvira is a murderer, we want him, as I said, retire. If Makembe is a murderer, he doesn't have the power to protect us like that. We gave him the mandate, but take a fienstanga to Alanda Tatureva Fire. Bafuyokuya, not Maderanda, PF Babef. If you're Galanda, when a Zambian Gavadi from Monabe never Kalanda, not Ukubasadi that but that's not democracy. Democracy, you allow everybody, no matter how bad or how good they are, you allow them and let the people choose. That was my point,
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
My name is Tonge. Nachafu ndande kufina ini pano na mambo mawombe.
Nditayama ikusheni kweshiwi.
Yumkwa hii. Inefu na chafu kulanda kufakwe wati. Ichalo chilesuda chile mungu afya. Mwashwa dark crowd nga muli mumfinfi. Ifo chaba ni fifini. Mula wefintu ifi mefi ya pusana. Deni ifo ningalanda kufukudia wabu chaba rei minida. Kuri bonse fie ba makebi na bakalaba na bonse abashala sisi mulerwa na bakalamba fe abanga mulerwa no muntu umitirire physically spiritually mufiremu ababashipa agenda bera bayintungurusha bebutukira sana kuri aho posa amaraso no bayisize bena bapose kufya manu na kumapepo na bene rero tureba pepera na bena baposa amaraso na bena mu mapeko because ngamurero no wamaka bible twe bati kwikata first wamaka muhangira munganda wamaka first kubana first muwakaka wamaka rero mwalarusho kusta fight lomba murebuliro kubutukira kuri bari baita bare fo kuposa amanu kuri ufyo bare abantu bare cyo bushenge bare benkonde vya bakarenga bari poke cyaro cyesu kino so inefu ningalanda ko fya kwe bati abantu bonse ifo tulepepa lepepa na tushibati nshita tulipo ifo kubanga babufwa kwaleza tulepepa na turi mu crowd so mwitine infimfi tulimo ifo tulepepa kuchi butoro wakwaleza rupone nemo nomba turefu ya abantu abali stable abeshibe cyo barechita abeshibe cyo barechita na tushibati ifo tulepepa abantu balepepa na tukwata encounter na abantu abapusana balepepa ichiri pofya intungurushibe temwabe butukira kubukurwa na balipo uya na mapepo itimuye fene minwe fifine mulelanda wanu mane impia spirituality itimuba chimfye so ichiri pofya pakuya na mapepo kabiri kuba abayikatana pakwa chimungalo bwino byatwe na totera bamwe.
Thank you very much. Hello caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, this is your sister. I've got 2 issues this evening. If I'm watching that my polling stations have been reduced, that's a source of worry. If they mention a different figure which is higher than what they have mentioned now, what are we doing about it? Then secondly, among nominations, I feel maybe let all the presidential candidates just file in among nominations. Because in that was maybe so let all of them file in among nominations, and then we can choose after they can, they can choose who they can support. That's my contribution.
Thank you. Hello caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution. Endita. Mr. Sakala, make your contribution.
I think abantu isho balelanda ma views asuma kabiri papa watu ama leaders besu benga panga decision mafiro kumfa usha abantu abaletu imini nako abaletu supporta bakweta ma views ashani elichu birapa bali ama selection ya kutra huyu alifwa huyu kadden kwa kwateke huyu alifwa huyu kadden bati shinga fya kwati ndevu la kwa mapoint ya mweyo na chumfa ko na ya kutirata na chumfa kushumbula mwa hali karavana ba either ba makebizu na ba mundubire. The best is motoka vile bachana the purpose vehicle abati motoka na para for example ya simple wa mwamba wesu kula banwe o driver nomba abantu naba kwa tensala ero na kwata motoka isuma tamuli fyakuli ati na yamkulisha abantu taibomba fira ichefaka ni motoka na ironge fyakula. What I'm trying to say is kuti mwakwata motoka isuma but ngatamupeta ma followers kuchira shupa apa tufikire kulolesha omuntu kuwa umfuika apa tufikire ama leaders wafiro ukuikatana no kulolesha omuntu uwa uli pamuru ule umfuika ni nani uwaratwala abantu panchipaza abantu ngeso uli umbikola ya chiranda kuli abantu mumishi bamwamba kuli abantu mumishi abali mumpanga abashabeshi babamu abantu so nomba tekwesha shafe motoka chenshensha apa leaders bakumane ndeni babonfye motoka ikwetefya kulefya raya abantu omubarayalya uko abantu muntu obayishiba tekwesha shafe chenshensha pa motoka echa number 1 nencha number 2 cha chiranda ukulandarando tuno tuisale ko panono ifuna landire fya kutrati abachifuma papa bachiranda buno sana ukutirati aba bantu aba bakaramba muri amaloya muri mama kebizuru bamunduire na bamwe ama state council benga amaloya abantu abasambira no kuchira bona ba HH no kuchira neshimbu mfuma kadazi fya ba UPND ifiri mananga ne department aya ndiro kwikara abantu abasambira baya bikamo vyo muntu fye fama fyati yo isapa aba bantu mraba kwa tamano they know what they are doing so tuibashimbula sana pantu tuledringana n'omuntu ushikitakera omuntu usakamana. Them they don't care anything, they can do anything at the right time. Ona kanga fila wale wamshauri waku Nigeria sinisia wanu alera ndepintu alepera ama example aya ku Tanzania mwamu na ku Tanzania fyachitika uli muntu ni president pali noshita. So takabeko uli omuntu. So such people they are dangerous to our country because kisia wanu tukalafu tukamunota chakabeko. So please, if they for abantu bekatanira babonche special vehicle ishi biko unika sendefu yakula nokutwalira abantu natotera bamwama.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening. This is Alex in Cali.
Alex, make your contribution.
It's just a concern over these changes and all this the frustration they're trying to do. They have realized that rigging an election is not an election. If they had all the power to rig at this hour, they know that the opposition will counter. And they'll put the house in order to make sure that there's no rigging. And that's why they came up with issues to do, okay, there's some form, they should not be stamped and all those kind of things. So they want to finish this game by blocking. They want to block them, or block the opposition and the famous opposition party after the nominations or announcements. Okay, and they know that most Zambians, they don't react to these issues. They'll talk on the phone, they'll criticize, and they'll keep quiet. But my message goes to the Zambians and the people that protect. We have the police who are doing this job diligently, wholeheartedly, to protect the citizens of the country, all the uniform personnel. But those people that with families, they know what's going on in their homes. The suffering has nothing to do with our police, everyone feels the pain. The load shedding had no selection, it was all over the show. Everyone. So even those that the leadership here, they are counting on, they're depending on our message that you have to rise. Sometimes they have to rise and fight and defend.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
After 1 minute. After the nominations or the announcement, because that's where the game is. Already, like what the previous caller just mentioned, to say that what happened I'm not trying to incite the people of the land to rise, but it's a common sense. They know that people will be in the street for 2 days, the fourth day to go back to the normal thing. But this is our independence. And I mean it, this is our independence. If this person is let go after this one, trust me, we'll go forever. That's why I've been training his children to be military so that they can hand over the torch to his kids. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Caroline from East London.
Yes, we're Caroline.
Yes. Nachafa afyo kukulanda ti awfo mletu wewa mwempalume Yesu. Tufile tu achita concentrate sana ifi ya ku ECZ. Olo na ama leaders na abeshu wofo bale chita. Ifo tufile tu waposa ko sana mano ifo formulate weba because if you formulate weba every important than na fiance because once ama leaders tabali safe. It's not about niba nani bali kwa touch pan. Once na bakwa touch pan but if it important for akwebati if you akuisize but ocha alefu akainde chakwebati abantu bekasangwako nafi akapitefi mumutende. So if you ever tule posa kwa mano sana ifo bale chinja tufile twaima kwati fine twachima kuli ba makebi fine tukema kuli bonse abantu tufile twaimina bonse pamo no kuluisho kulanda ta umuntu ngatwala bafwire bamwe banombalire notatu kulolela tufile twaimina pamo ukuluisho obubulwi bwa muntu uli wonse. It's not about ni banani bonse abantu tuli mu danger efo nachafu okulanda po Mwempalume Yesu ba Mwamba.
Thank you very much. No one is safe. I think that is a message that is coming out very, very clearly. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contributions.
Mama Kewi di Lusaka Mosenza Branjo Ambassador.
Tasebenza Mama Ke, make your contributions.
Ambassador ine nipempako chape mwe bantu kulira kwatu sitinamba ni kudala kulira kuti bantu abagwirizani chifukwa ngati bantu asawazagwirizana bena mwaona.
Oh, we've lost her. She can call back. I can see we've lost her. Her network is. Oh, okay.
Zavutika bakalaba bagwirizanye bantu abafuni konvera chifundo bachirangwa bama.
Yeah, Mama, your line is cutting. So sorry. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Mwape, calling from Lusaka.
Mwape, make your contribution.
Thank you. I just have a question with regards to what the EC said that those who did not manage to, those who have changed political parties, now they can bring supporters on the 18th. In the case of our president, Brian Mundubile. So now, does it mean that on that day, when he takes those 1,000 supporters, and even other part of nominations will be done on that particular day, like everything that is supposed to be done, or will there be another day to do what those who presented their supporters this week will do? I think that's a question I wanted a clarification.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and make your contributions.
This is Fumbeshi calling from Lusaka.
Mr. Fumbeshi, make your contributions.
Thank you, Bamamba. My contribution, Bamamba, if let's take a mu UPND na alliance ya naba munzwe na makebi. What we are forgetting is what our last caller Bamaiwala atipachitwe babachikunda fuguno kwa tuilaba na lesa ilo tuleti fintu tafuweme. At times when we look at from the Bible perspective, you understand Mwamba kweba ati ubutungurushi nirese utupela. Nirese wabiko kweba tulingiro kutungurura nipali yinshitani uyu. Tufuire tu asuminisho kweba ati chi, it's beyond our understanding. This is the plan or the will of God. When you see Ifre Chitika, Bakalaba Nabe Manina in a very good standing. And we can even see that this is a man who's pushing ahead towards this election with clean records. Why are we trying to forget that Twishivenga chapter Bufa Wakales Tokat Bakalaba Lero, Ebes Batulu Kuli Shintungru Sham UPND, because Wufum Funtungu Wafula. That we are company selfish. I can tell you and I can tell my brothers out there all the listeners that Tuala Luvana. By UPND bala sendanding erunga basende for 5 years. Trust me, mwala munefe alachika parliament. Whatever that they are going to do, it will definitely be going to pass through the bills and become a law. Of which us Zambians to ala chula tukisasangu kwa tifintu. Chionse fikara pitafie nomba pakwa tukeze wana one party state now. So I'm urging and encouraging my brothers, let's just also reflect on the knowledge of what the Bible. It's quite important to look and see the time and see that umuntu olesa tupere nyuyu. Let's not ignore that. Angatwa buleva twavika fyama bokubonse pali hali karama. Muntu mwakwati kuti atulubula kuli fifire chitika. Thank you so much, Mr. Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Let me take your calls. It's Friday. We need to give ourselves time. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Calling from Zambia, and I'm anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Yes, Ambassador. This is my observation. Firstly, I think it's for a reason that there's so much confusion in the opposition. And it's not like the opposition are just confused. I think God is causing this confusion for a reason. Why am I saying this? Can you imagine if all of us had to put all the eggs in one basket? So I believe God is causing this, like this one says that like this, are going this way, like going this way, to preserve at least one or two that will always say, okay, these we're going to pick on this one. Like we always say to nichula tukavotela. So all I would like to advise the opposition political parties is that they should take heart. They should not allow their members to insult different leaders from other parties, because we need each other. We need to preach unity. And that is what we observed. I saw some leaders in the Orange Party who were insulting the collaboration of MZ8 and the BM8. Then later on, I saw the leader who was saying congratulations. So what am I saying? All these leaders, we need one another. And I think it's time they get to bed and they start discussing issues underground. They need to start talking. Even if they're not having an alliance, they need to start talking. What do we need to do? They shouldn't be proud. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, that's it, Ambassador. Everything that is happening is for a reason. God is doing this. As they are confusing us by the ruling party, God is also trying to preserve many oppositions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm Uncle J. I'm calling within. Thank you.
Uncle J, make a contribution.
Thank you. Mine is a short one. I've observed something that I feel is very dangerous for the opposition, and this is actually coming from people that are actually supporting President Kalaba, Citizen First Party. I think what we've been calling for is unity. Unity for all political parties. They need to ask themselves one question, mostly those that are supporting Bakalaba. Why isn't Hakainde Hichilema targeting Bakalaba as things stand? It's because he knows Kalaba is not giving him any form of threat. So I have seen where they are literally, trying to portray a picture or trying to pray that the alliance between Makebi Zulu and the Honorable Munduwile fails, so that people may turn and support them. Bakalaba is not the only person that is safe. In fact, under Hakainde Hichilema, no one is safe. Any person who be deemed a threat will be targeted. So for them to start saying he doesn't have things, he doesn't have problems, no one has a problem. No one has a problem. We just have a government that does not want people who are legitimate to stand and oppose them. So they know that these people are a threat. This is why they are being targeted. The moment that shifts, Kalaba will be the next victim. So they should be very careful with what they are trying to peddle. They need to be very careful what they're trying to peddle. We've seen them, we've heard them, circulate audios and all these things. It doesn't work that way. We have one person to fight. You don't need to fight Makebi Zulu. You don't need to fight Brian Munduwile. Your fight is against Hakainde Hichilema. And do not pray for others to fail so that you succeed. Do your part. Do your part. We are here for the opposition. We are calling for the unity of the opposition. But if you start dividing us, claiming to be the only people that are credible, that will be wrong. That is not what we want. Hakainde will succeed when he sees this. Why has he targeted the FDD? It's because he knows that Munduwile is a threat. All right? So that is my point, Ambassador Mwamba, this time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Thank you. Anonymous calling from Zambia, Southern Province.
Anonymous, please make your contribution.
Okay, Ambassador, I have a concern or a view, maybe a suggestion, if you may take it like that. Why can't we, all of us, the supporters of political parties, each time a candidate goes to file the nomination, regardless of where we all belong, let us rise as a nation and support that candidate until all the candidates finish. After the nominations are announced, and then we get back to sit and choose from amongst the leaders that will contest and agree that we are going with this one so that we finish what we have started. We are dealing with a very brutal and cruel government. These leaders that we have today, they do not have a heart for this country. Ambassador, whatever it takes for the opposition to win, we must do it. And I want to speak to the conscience of those in government. I know the one leading the Electoral Commission of Zambia is not one we can trust. But I want to speak to the police. I want to speak to those in the judiciary. If you are truly Zambian, don't set this country on fire. If you are truly Zambian, don't set this country on fire. I can feel it from wherever we are moving. People are losing patience. And once this reaches where people can no longer hold what this is, the ECZ is bringing out, those old women, those in the judiciary, those in the police will not hold people. Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Hello, good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening, my dear brother. Make your name and give us your contributions.
Okay, my name is Pochilofia. I'm calling you from the UK. I think I've followed your program, Mwamba. Beginning, you have told us plans that Hichilema has put in place for him to remain in power deliberately. He put people in those places, offices, starting from the soldier, the army, police, ZNS, ECZ. Everything that he was doing it with a plan and purpose. But unfortunately, programming much later, we should have utilized it properly because your platform, Mwamba, is an international platform that is recognized by international institutions and media houses. Now, we the Zambian people have lost an opportunity to speak to the international community, to expose Ichilema and his system, what he is doing in Zambia today. We've started condemning, criticizing opposition leaders who are innocent. It's not about who is going to be on the ballot to fight Ichilema. There is a way that we need to fight Ichilema. Not to criticize Mundu Kalababa Shania to you No, Ichilema has put up a system that no matter which candidate we are going to put there, he will be victorious. He will win the election. So the best we can do now, we utilize your platform, Mwamba. We speak to the international community to say, this is the situation in Zambia. Since this man assumed office as the Republican president of Zambia, Zambia has never enjoyed democracy. Zambia opposition leaders have never had peace. None of them has even held a rally in Zambia from the time this man became president. Now we are going towards the election. He has put the system, he has put in place everything to make sure that he block. It's either he block everyone and they announce him as unopposed, or whichever candidate is going to be there, so now let's inform the international community to say this is the situation in Zambia. We need international help. Because going for Ichilema, we will not succeed. He has put soldiers in place. He has put somebody soldier in place for a reason. He has put Bakapokola, become provinces, and the head of the police for a reason. He put Mangala Zalomes Kuisidze for a reason. Chipenzi for a reason. Everyone that Ichilema has appointed, he was appointing them for a reason. So the only way we can do it is, this is the reason why we have international communities. We have international criminal courts. We have the international human rights courts. I think it's best we utilize those institutions that have been put by the international system to help the countries. Because Zambia, yes, it's a sovereign state, but it's not an island. We need international support at this moment. Or else, Mwamba, Zambia will be on fire. Looking at what Ichilema has done, he's prepared for anything. That man is ready to rule even over ashes. So let's speak to the international community and not criticize the opposition leaders who are so innocent. These politicians are innocent, and we cannot let them fight for us. We need also to stand up and fight with them to remove Ichilema out of power. I submit, Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Wonderful thoughts there. Is that let's not blame the opposition. It's not their fault. The fault here is the person the system that Ichilema has put to ensure that he holds power. I agree with you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Mwamba, I'll remain anonymous. So, Mwamba, let's be clear about something here. It is very, very clear here that the opponent that Hakainde prefers is Harry Kalaba. And this is a Harry Kalaba who can't win an election. So all these people who are talking about, hey, Harry Kalaba has got a clean party. Harry Kalaba has never been arrested. No,
I think we yield to what the previous callers just advised, that a system has been set up to disenfranchise the opposition. And we are spending time attacking Munduvile, attacking Makebi, attacking Harry Kalaba. I think let's go to fight the system that has been established to fight the opposition.
Ambassador, it is also important to recognize the elements that the system is also using. The pawns of the system. Mao Sampa is a pawn of the system. Abena Chitaru Chirufia, they are pawns of the system. They need to be exposed as they are.
I agree entirely there. I agree. And I do name them. But I also am careful that we don't blame those that might be innocent. Because this is a very public platform and we can condemn and make accusations against people when our evidence is thin. But I agree with you. We need to begin to isolate, because there are people purporting to be in the opposition when they are not in the opposition. They are planted by the state in the opposition. I agree with you there. Hello, caller. How's it gone? Oh my. I'm sorry I intervened. And hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Mwamba. This is James from Chile.
James, make your contribution.
Okay, Mwamba. So I'm calling because I'm listening to callers speak, and it's concerning President Harry Kalaba. One thing that we haven't paid much attention to is that President Kalaba was the first victim of President Hakainde Hichilema when President Hichilema destroyed his party using surrogates Avena Judith Kabemba. And at that time, President Kalaba fought that battle alone. No opposition stood by President Kalaba or rallied behind him to say we are standing behind him. But President Kalaba humbled himself, joined the UKA when the PF was breaking apart, and he was led by President Lungu. When UKA failed, President Lungu formed Tonska. Kalaba was busy organizing his party so that what happened with Democratic Party does not happen with citizens first. So I'm listening to these callers who are saying Kalaba is happy with what is happening. He knows the pain of a party being destroyed, and he wouldn't want that to happen. And honestly speaking, if President Hichilema has another 5 years, I don't know what will be left of the opposition. And to accuse one another in such a time, to say you are happy this is happening to Mundubile, you are happy this is happening to Makebe, no one finds pleasure in that, because he can fall victim after this election. So I think it's just about time that we all agree to say, let's go in this direction where things look stable. Because if we keep trying, today we form this party, tomorrow we form that party, today we try this alliance, tomorrow we try that alliance, when there are places that are stable that we can form, let's go there. That is why I'm suggesting that President Kalaba, President Makebe, President Munduvile still together. They can stand on the Citizens First Party and we can go to the election. If it means we rally behind Harry Kalaba, there is nothing wrong with that. Let's go. The biggest goal is to get rid of HH because we can't imagine our country the next 5 years of it. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And agree with them that we truly, it's a matter of urgency. We don't have time to depend town. Lelo, today is the 13th. This tells you that we have exactly 90 days to casting a vote. Yes. And 90 days is 3 months from now. Yes. In that 3 months, we need to touch every single corner of this country. To take a message of change. And if we are going to take a message of change to our people, we need to unite. If we don't unite, we've already said we must forget. So I look forward myself, as Greg Onmode, if you ask me, I look forward to alliances, these alliances that are there, to further unite and create a one alliance before the 13th of August. And that is doable. Let us not become our own eaters. Why are we eating ourselves? Without working together, we will forever be pointing a finger at HH. He's surviving. Is he not surviving? He wants to survive politically because he has failed to deliver his promises. Therefore, we must also survive to save our people. And that can only happen if we figure out how many times must we be beaten and fall down and still continue to cry. Don't we have a solution? The solution is in our numbers. The solution is in the opposition working together and uniting. Outside that, we will continue saying in Ingalato, which HH is doing. You know you will not do anything different. So I call upon all of you to come together. You, my colleagues in the opposition, you in these various alliances, please let's continue to unite and work together. Only that way can we be able to win. Let me conclude by saying that if you...
Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution.
Mwamba mulishani.
Aofe wino mwabombeni.
Wino. Muliranda na wa anonymous.
Yes, anonymous. Make your contribution.
Amupai. Nifuna okamba po munga mwamene makolazi amene tituma uko pagino time kapena ino ishita. Pamene tituma makolazi pali ino time kufunika tizikamba pa unity munga mwamene china chitikira kuli Makebe Zulu na Munduvile. Ndiye chifunika kuti tizikamba na kuitana benango abantu amene swanabwere kukati mwa abantu munga KPF na Alikalaba na benango ndiye tamichifunika chabe tizikamba chabe pa platform, otherwise ngati tikambo bwera na mawe ya kutasha muvuta chite ndiye amene alimo popular chite ndiye amene paja tileta chongo mukati mwa baja bantu. So ife chanchifunika chakuti tizire bwera na mawe ya unity bene bake baziwa baja bantu ni bakuru mponso niwopunzira. So ngati ni wali 4 o wali 5 bazagaenda wazivalire beka mnyumba bazaenda katipa semanje answer mtu amene zagaenda naye manje kuchani pa time tiende okavota but palino time tisayangane kuti chita alimo popular chita alimo popular iyayi muziwa katinga ni pempa ba Emmanuel Mwamba mukambira chabe mundu akona na mawu yakuti chite apambana muzake muzimu katinga azalete sachongo pamene tienda manje mukukondwera kuti abantu banzerana bwino bachita bwino pa kugwirizana pamozi chifukwa akamo mazo kapani mailo paja namvera benango anagamba kuti no Makebi Zulu ali more popular than Munduvire wailo baja bagwirizana bakwankala pamozi but kuti akamba kuti Makebi Zulu ali more popular than Munduvire. No, that is not right. Please muziwa kalipilako wa Mwamba, please tapempa kuno tapempa muziwa kalipilako because that is a chongo chametifuna pa platform pano hapo ni unity wasala ndani wa Kalaba waikeni babwere pokachoka hapo babwere ndani wa KDF babwere hivyo kuti chan mwakamba kudala poti wene watu weviziwa kuti kodini pati yanga niyo kwenye kumapepa munga mwamene wakambira wa ICZ ukapenda parasa na kapepa kamozi singa ite qualify bazazi wana wene wake mujamutani mu nyumba mwamene zaka kala wene wake iyo simbali ya tumanje fiyo yo kamba kuti achite apamba na wazake iyo simbali ya tu iyai kwa machamiti funa kuyangana ni chani ni unity.
Thank you.
Emmanuel.
Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
This is Precious Inonga from Livingston.
Precious, make your contribution.
I want to appreciate what Brian Munduvire did today. And also, I want to call upon the opposition leaders to also join hands with all of them to join hands together and work together. This is what we are looking for. Because when I was looking at what was the chairperson at ECZ was talking about, I was wondering why should they come up with such the idea of saying a candidate should come with 1,000 supporters. It has never happened. Even back in the time when he became the president, there was nothing like that. So why should we come up with that? So all those things, he's trying by all means to keep himself in power. So if they come together and work together and choose one person who can contest, I'm telling you the truth, they are going to defeat him. So let us all be united and work together and also encourage our leaders, all of them. We should not choose one person or like the way that man was talking about is true. You can't say that this one is popular, this one is popular. No. What we want right now is to respect the ECL's wishes. Let them choose one person so that our democracy is back to us. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be winding up. Let's take your calls. We'll be winding up. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution.
Okay, good evening. Let me remain anonymous.
Yes, anonymous.
Okay, I'll be very brief. So, the member said that Chintu Mwene. So we're able to see that people here want Honorable Munduvire and Makebi Zulu. So, and people know what they want. So from the look of things also, the other opposition leaders that are praying that Munduvire and Makebi must fail. I think that shouldn't be the approach. Okay, when people are saying that let people come together, they should come together with the approach that everyone should go there with one accord and with one in one love. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, they should not pray that Makebi and Munduvire should fail. No, let everyone just go there and be at a place where they should allow them to participate as well. There is this illustration in the Bible where when the baby, there was a woman who was fighting for the baby. Two women were fighting for the baby. So Solomon said, let us kill the baby. So one woman celebrated, said, no, the baby must be killed. So basically, those that are celebrating that Makebi and Munduvire are about to fail, they don't mean well. Okay, it's not about Kalaba, it's not about any other person, but it's about the people of Zambia. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. Sinyangwe Dani here. Ambassador Mwamba, I'll use this time to say, let's use your platform that God has blessed us with to preach unity. Your platform has brought us this far, and we are now a stronger team together. So let us use your platform, Ambassador Mwamba, to preach about unity. And I will tell the Zambian people, let us not lose hope, Mweban, too. You know, our government, they have all just been planning to play Galanto. But it is for our time we want to tweak it and play paper. Everything is going to be fine. And among ourselves, we should not be divided. Your platform, Mwamba, let us be a platform for unity. This is not about Mundiwile. This is not about Makebi Zuli or Al-Kalabi. It's about the love and the peace for Zambia. Natotela, thank you, and God bless you, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll be taking the last few calls. So that we... Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Am I through to you there?
Yes, you are. Mkwai.
Okubika papepa mashiwi yonse ayalanda wonse abantu abatumire ishiwi yekalamba balelandapo ni unity ati ba opposition bonse bekatane pamu twalilanda efintu efingi tuwekishafi kimo kino ekyakutira bekatane nomba namukulu beba ababene bantu ati bekatane limina tulandepo kimo ekyakwe bati tuyumfuamu ensonyi okulumbula abantu bambita batema okuti babombere pamu n'aba PF bati abantu bambira abamu opposition balilanda okwe bati bintu PF bayambire okuyitobolola kuli ba Hakainde mu 2023 through ifya kitikira bene cha binga na Miles Samba yonsama opposition parties ya mwene kati ba PF kaba fixe kwali wali yelanda papa mwela wakwata ya channel etinokuti ba PF fyakuyitemenwefi lekeni babapeshe nomba ilelo every other opposition wali under the fixing of President Hakainde fixer alela ndomwine ndechitafi I'll fix the economy ala tabata fix the economy basa mukuta fix abantu utuma business utu no takutishukulu bantu na nakulu bantu no tushukulu balilemo akantemba takale bomba elo ibom leto ntonkanyati iki kintu kukiwesurusha bantu ama offense ayonsa ya mumayanda mu towns mu malusaka $20 kinshi mwakulila amayanda na ma offense imwe mwe bantu bonse te kuchingilisha te security mufwaya tikabola la isafefya ahingira bepala pene first assure pikoko bakutyambye okutolokowa n'okutoba ekibumba nimbi mwalamu mpana ngubaneba balala ndatala apo mwayingiriro ekibumba kirya nombalolation if ibumba Hakainde avikile around his office at Avenue President namu 2026 to 31 kwena mweba opposition leader bonse namwe bonse mwebena Zambia twebalelanda kulomba ba opposition kabati ife pesa mbapana fwe bakuvota we are ready okuvotela oyo muntu uwo mukeminika nomba mwebene tamule kita die to self isi ufane nitwa papa tukulanda thing iyo 2021 balelanda po mukayikala panse tamakekale panse bakesa mukumika tabonse 1 2 balandira kitakuli abantu batatukula kumana ngamwaba batakinishiri mwalete ebisoka kyalo kyashalicho so nomba mukayikita organize lilali ili akuti mukafupoke omuntu nga kuli uyo muntu elio ngamwalolekesha tapali milandu mukakwata po mukyalo mukalanda ati mwayako high court pantu lilya lyena nishi security yo ile tulela ndati nakula ma offenses chikachira pantu sakuya bakalamu kanya ino shitamule mukanya nako ozohalira ndati cyber law nabika kwa chibaba chilanda pakwamba chibosa bena sambira muikala fita mulelanda tachangu ike okulanda konso kutulelanda balatulunga baba lelanda bonse na mitasha lesa chindikwe nomba na imwe ntungulusi fifi ne balelanda bantu bachilanda ati abantu bakulu nabeshiba lechita nomba chimembala choli mochilanda ati kabilo wanso nitapa milandu so limwe fintu limo okufilanda po katwatitikisha sana nechita cha ngombe so kuva chinkula kwa bantu ala gweshanje niseni mwikatane niba president mawere baisire tusansamusha sana hapa ukulondolo kutila nali chinkula ndebo kishapukulumbula bakalaba ngefu mufere bambalandire first time bakalaba bayishire ndi muntu mo abepusho ko bati president kalaba nali mo ko bati mwalando ko bati akainde ali impata pantu I came third in the 2021 general elections ero na mu 2016 na fumineshani ifyo so tante na chachi ne bakalaba eba iketwe first mo bakonkereka opposition party kabo bakatubulula na paktu bese bapange seconds first nishibali shomboka so now let's come back to ukuikatana tulelombe ntungulushi mwe bantu abana ba Israel nga balomberere so bapere ntungulushi so nga taishire first King David would have just come straight away but afa twalilombere bahakainde baikala namba twaliyumva David yafuire okwisa namba pali David okwisa ala natuweshe femi timokulomba fe okutira lesa wesu munkamana mumayanda twatotera action ile fwaika namba na imwe bonse mwe bafanifonse fya fula iseni pamoto apapata umwa balela ndabe nati they communicate tetifyonse balela ndabe sipano bansa tulelomba tulewekisha profeti mochine fe ala bweshanya ne katane PF ba ballot box yapo paper bakainde bala pakale kutabale fuata but he doesn't want to hear their PF. That's why the minimum say I want PF the man doesn't take recognition. It's like PF touched up on him. What would make him be like that? Taba kwata courage ya wabe nyati na nena ala bomba simofya bwa omebwandi awe bale kwa fyokusha baona ule fintu na wekisha hapo no wonder wale jinshara mashina ya fintu ichikuba bali chikula kale musebo bali kula kale ati chini Godfrey Chitalu ati yo lero ni chima zoka. I'm repeating kuti mweshi wakabati akwete pwefi yabu ya kutuba kwa itile mwe chilumba ya kutuba kwa itile mwe confidence ya kuma general elections aya wa credible ama general elections aya li honest ati twaisa pambili ndewe kishapo. Do you remember Samia ku Tanzania ulamayo nishinaka kawa opposition bosi babina bepaya yona mayo ayale avota tu msala bahakainde bana mkumcha celebrate baya mkofirisha. So do you think bahakainde ni chinchi barefwa sasa ifa tide ule na mayo ewa bapande na manu pato 23 October na mayo ulia alina Zambia mnomwine tule msta celebrate ati nakwisa ntungulushi ya nakashuku kanshi yashire muku bakwika amano ya kututobolo wila PF largest opposition against the ubuteko bulipo. So what can we say? Tulelomba tuchiri tulelomba mwe bantu ba opposition bonse ikataneni vose nibalela ndeti ngabale kasomo umowine bamtwalapo limbi balo bakesa musangano mulando chachi no ishikulu bantu na bikenche shinche konse as such amano yafuyo kufula na mutanti kako naba echo nababe ne bantu tulandati abantu babesi abababesi nicho tulemono kila bale basonkola na papa lelo tuwakoba golden sila kumwe baba tuatutela mkwai tuatuta tuyamba fe ba opposition isemwikatane please mwala twala chinshashate tutwika lefifo mchalo mwa kutina no kwenda batatu ela palisharo wabengi tu aba 7 yoto alipata abana 9 7 times 9 to alikuwa 63 grandchildren and nieces and nephews.
Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. And the time.
No, what about Africa? Walumbulation network, mama police, Varipato over there.
London Poyama.
Them quite. In the next thing, what about the question? Yabidi? Ya number 1 yakwe bati bushe bali bile ba president wesu ba brand mundu bile bali bile under FTT 100,000 diria bafilo kulipira gena ku new party bali bapangira filo kulipira gena 100,000 na monira ine then in yakwe bati abarama member of parliament ma councillors bonse baba sadiro under FTT ushira bena bale chara ku FTT nangu bale basenders ku new party. Then last contribution yakwe bati lesa ngali kusala okuba as a reader nishina kusala kati watiushe mu Bible kwali David balyeseshe okumukingo okutabe pali bukingi mbati azonga sese wamusalire he became a leader. So I want to assure you people of Zambia, I want to assure you my president Mr. Brad Mondobile and Makepi Zulu to say as long as God has chosen you, Utati Mukabe Mukaba, I'm a leader of this country, you will become a leader. You will be leaders.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Emmanuel Mwamba.
How of we know?
This is Msoni. I'm calling you from Lusaka.
Mr. Msoni, make your contribution.
Therefore, kuranda kufena inakwena pano no pali fi abantu balela ndati yo bakalaba shani jeti lekeni kuranda pali bakalaba quite okay tule for a unit. But tule for a unity, one thing we should not forget, we should not overlook the requirements of ECZ. Inji pushe kweli pushe. Usikuti chabashani nga kwa kwewa chibonsema opposition leaders baiwa pamo, baisa pamo, but in the 11th hour, mwansa sanga kwa tijapacho wale bonfia, because of not meeting ECZ requirements, by it's disqualified. Are we not risking whereby we are going to now find HH and UPND to be the only party on the ballot because of the party that we have used? Unity, quite okay, is important, but one thing we should not overlook, we should not put aside, is meeting the requirements of those ECZ requirements. So for these people to come together, where you're saying let them come together, it's where one person leaves one party and joins another. So that can only be done now. So if you're not without leaving a party or without belonging to one party, as they are coming together, it's where one leaves one party and he joins another party. So when they are doing that, we should also guide them on which party they should belong to, which party that we should choose, that party which is meeting all the requirements, and that party is citizens first. Though I want to we should not mention this, we should not mention names. This is the only party that has shown consistency, that has shown order, that has met all the requirements of the ECZ requirements. So even when we are calling for this unit, we should also make sure that they pick on the party that is not going to cause or that is going to give room to UPND to play their mingalato. So this party is citizens first. So they should not say, no, don't mention them, because at the 11th hour, we might come together quite okay as opposition, but we might not have time to do what we are asking this opposition party to do now when there is already time, because the door is going to be closed at some point, and we will not have that time to do that. So time is now to do everything. Coming together, yes, is important. Also, as we are coming together, let's also make sure that we meet everything that the ECZ is asking for. Thank you, Nato.
Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
I think we have called and asked and begged for the opposition to join hands together. And as we see them coming together, let us respect them enough to know that they are able to make decisions and to choose amongst themselves who are going to lead, who's going to take what position. At this point, it is unfair, and we are playing in the hands of this wicked system to be saying that no, this one is an element of distraction, this one is an agent from this evil system. We are being unfair. Let us avoid naming names and allow these our leaders. What we are seeing is exactly what happened during the time of Kaunda, when the movement for multi-party democracy wanted to unseat UNIP. And this is something similar. So let us have faith in our leaders. The best that we can do is to rally behind them and support them. We need to give them assurance that whoever they are going to choose to stand as the head or as the president and running mate, we are going to support. And we want to believe that there is no confusion amongst them. They have told us several times that they are speaking and they have their own indoor meetings. So let us not start now dividing them and say and claim, no, this one is more popular than this one. We are not being fair to them. They have heeded to our call. We are seeing these little steps that they are taking. And then when coming to this issue of why are they all registering, you have to understand that there are two things here. Number one, it's also strategy. It is risky that all of them, they should just leave one person to register and then they just go in like this. Look at how ECZ keeps on changing and shifting goalposts. You'll find that all of these opposition leaders, none of them will qualify. So let them go in. I am very sure that they have a clear strategy. I think last time when KBF was on this platform, he emphasized that we have started and we keep on starting the legal ways that ECZ are raising, the issues that they are raising, even the strategies that they are using to bar certain people or certain individuals from standing. So let us support them. Let us have faith in them that they are mature, intelligent enough to understand the season that they are in, and they'll choose the best leaders for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. You are Munkonje.
Mkwaiwa Munkonge mabombe London po.
Wamwambe fintifi. Inende wakofi abantu tetsume chakwe bati. Nanguli mu family urefu amukaramba obya foro sendo mukashuru. Fura wakwata hopu kwe bati mukashuru amukaramba obya chiteshana. Apole bakuba tibale ikaro mutende. Wamwamba abantu abengita bakwateli nsweri yakumona apatali sana. PFF ya Zambia pali mwishita. Ayambia ma opposition parties dala fika apafika PF. So image tire yaka mwenye kupuisha urobo afya mwauma na akapi. Since PF structures wa HH wako yafu abadishi wako wa PF structures nga yafu, which means nishi ama elections yaba easy. Why? Abantu bali chitire test PF yali kweta ama policies aya kwebati abantu baleyo mfana bwino but mufintu bale rufyanya bali ishibyo ko bati apamutesa arungika na abantu bali ishibyo bali ino nshita abantu batina leadership yaba HH ya kwisa chita introduce yarete fintu. So abantu bali chita test, that's why na ba HH bali chitire ko bati PF abantu bali itema because PF yali bombere ko bwino nga kwebati yasafunya ko filofo ya rufyenyi tiyateka bwino abantu. That's why fuwa kwatire project for 5 years ya kwipa ya PF, but the other opposition leaders instead of baba pamo okwebati bachita protect chirechire fu kwipa akainde bena bamona kwati PF nga bayipa ni shukuya kuma elections iti bapita ma elections tete bapite abena Zambia bengi bachita test leadership ya PF. So once umuntu ushiri connected na PF, abena Zambia bakaruzinga confidence ya kuposa mwali ama elections. Na nguni abo bene baleba ba halikala banga kale bayingira kale kuna PF mo bayikalirira. Oro tu RP tekwetepo problem. Na ambya ma parties tekwetepo problem. Pali ino nshitafure tu achita attack ba ECZ. No chukura irumba chao ifo party yesu iri wino kuma paper awo ita iri wino. Yonsi ari wino bashiri wino ni ba ECZ na ba HH. Oro nde itako ama HH usheni nshitangema teti bapanga dialogue ya mkampampa ba itabara bene bamayo baza Romes aya mafunde barepanga ba HH balilingana nguni ku court abama lawyers to akwata ama constitution lawyers why teti baya mushitira Simon first past ba HH na bene bapanga dialogue kama bishops batata ba machama mwinaka itena ama bishops mubete aba mushite protect democracy okutira kuma opposition parties vaye chechi navakwata makaya kuchinja mafundo okutira ku ECZ naye mwana mukwata makaya kuchitira ku protect ama opposition leaders abo balera ndokwe bati no iyi party ekwete paper wino yonse amaparties 3/4 naye yalifye bwino tapali navya ko bati yeiri ko bwino bashiri bwino niba ECZ otufure tuwachita attack bonse ama opposition leaders kubika kona ama churches bapanga dialogue mukampampa before too late inacho ningalomba ko fe bamwamba ama churches yairi mbemo babika ama opposition leaders bonse babe kufofura ntira ama churches bapange dialogue na president na ba ECZ chairman babapitira mu amafunde yarera ngaso nge fifu mafunde mwafunye kwisa pamakana tukwata ama churches ayengana ba opposition leader pali ino chitama churches yatari present abena Zambia tetibeme bonse please mwama leaders churches mwama bishops mwa province pangeni wangu taro kuna ba president na chairman ya mkampampa inepona perera ba ambassador.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Mr. Mwelwa calling from Avondale.
Mr. Mwelwa, good evening.
Evening, Ambassador. Yeah, Ambassador, we are happy now that we are a united opposition now. But like others have said, this is not the time for us to be saying, no, let us rally behind this one, let us rally behind that one. No. At the moment, Ambassador, we should wait for ECZ to clear our candidates. That's when we can narrow down to one person. Right now, it's not safe to be saying, no, can we all rally behind this one? What if the same person we want to rally behind is blocked? So at the moment, we leave things the way they are. We allow them to file their nominations, and then whoever will be cleared by ECZ, that's the person who will ride behind. Otherwise, this is not the time for us to say, no, we narrow down to one person. No. You know, we are dealing with a dangerous governmental system. We need to be careful. Just like our colleagues, the Easterners, do. When they are going to trap the mice, they don't go with one trap. They go with many traps because they don't know which trap will catch a mice or a mouse. So this is what we are doing now. Our worry should be, I think, us disseminating the information to people in rural areas. Because from the information I'm obtaining, it's like people in Eastern Province, I think, on the ground, most of them are from the UPND. And people also from some parts of our province. So those are the things we should be worried about. Can we go right there in villages and convince people that this time around we need to change the government? I submit, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. I'll be taking the last 3 calls. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, Mwamba.
Yes.
Mwamba, I will remain anonymous. Mwamba. Utachine aikonga munkonge balondolola bwino sana. Apa ekirwani tukwete niba isizete abo balebumfya. 5 years mutoba olafya ekintu kimo kyakaana mukitoba olafya mwabula n'efitenge ekirefu okulafya n'efitenge mwalifumula bamwamba. Chirefwayo omwamuna mwayikata alesa kwena lesa nilesa kyonse fyakanikika abantu bebereta kwaba firekanikika fela kuchawa mayapita nombapa ifo okukitatakini bayisize pantu aya mapati nangutura yalanda patakwete n'obwafya takwete na problem kwetwa yakweba fyati oba umfatu yalumbuka nangu mwamubula teni uyu nabatina elonga batini nekire kyakitike mailo na kibatinyo bisana kire kyakitike mailo kuri makebina bamuntu na kibatinyo bisana po bekele nsusu ukutira bushaba abantu bakatuletera ili afine bamwene mailo efiri abantu mu mitima mule umfaimo ba loading fili afine mwamwene mailo efiri abantu mu mitima patu ofu August. Abantu na bafika palasti apa kweba tinanguli wonse bamuhula bakayamupisha. Panga ndangole ngomwana kwati nawo ubu bisano mwana alafika palasti yako batina alafu mapofi. Bamwambata mwafi mwana pofi. Na alafu mapofi ye. Nangu ni kuchupo na alafu makofi ye. Nangu na ledi enkoko ni nama na alafu makofi ye. So epa fikiri abantu. Na abafika fya pali ponsi wale toto shanya fyati. Ala lekeni. Nangu ni mugiokela tukamubika. Ala lekeni. Udi onse waka pisha chirongani. So hapa ifo kutampo kubombela kubantu chirongani wachidi chonse chikaba poku pisha. Icho waka ichika puta ru. Icho tukakonka. Elo nomba ba isi zoti. Ba isi zoti kwema imwe. Awalesanilesa bamwamba Goliati alikwete amano yonse ilo walepita mumushukula tuka abantu waleti ayingira do to do wose ya first yakwa Goliati ababa ruling vale yimula do to do isha kila Goliati apa ne bonsalo ni tukame pa makupi apa vale setu wakurwa kama panga kufini no kupelesha nyamano no kupepa no kuchita protect moso kula pepela na leaders yaya lesaba chiteka va in the blood of Jesus na Emmanuel Mwamba na platform yenu lesaba chiteka va in the blood of Jesus pakwa chimule tuafuidisha fyonse filondolo kwa bantu bale yumfwa bantu kwena epo tuli mpako webati Atisho ingalondolo nechalo chatarama ilo inena mwana popo nafikila pando elo namwana po mweleza. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear sister. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
My name is Kenny from Lusaka.
Kenny, make your contribution.
Thank you very much, Honorable. My contribution actually is very simple. Zambians should know whom not to vote for in the first place. All of us Zambians, we know who should not even receive even a single vote. In this case, the ruling should not receive even a single vote. And for them to reach this extent of trying to broke and bring this last Mungalato, whereby they want us to change now. They have seen that FDD has become famous. They want to change and bring a new part where Mundule is going to go. It means that abantu wasa going to watch Imperesha. And it means that they don't have any further Mingalato. This is the last Mungalato which they had. And we should even thank God that they have reached the end. Now, this is my encouragement to the Zambians. Don't give up. And don't actually reach a point where you should feel discouraged to go and vote. Let's go in numbers and vote out this government. If Munduvire or Makebi Zulu, wherever it will be, and even if the party is not going to be new, it is going to be new today. Our responsibility as Zambians is to go out there and actually preach about this new party which is going to be introduced to us. The only secret, like I have said, is not to give them any single vote so that we see them in Atokamene. For them now to reach this extent of changing the laws every time, every second, every minute, it means they have reached the end. And we should even thank God now. This is actually their exit. Well, our responsibility is if we are going to go for Munduvire and the Munduvire is going to introduce new party, our responsibility is to flat out all the villages, all the bushes, wherever we can go and tell them to say, this is where we are voting. And that is our job as at now. But I can assure you that Ababantu Africa Parasti Manje, this is the last kick of the dying horse which they have now. Let's not actually even give up. Let's not give up. Let's encourage one another to make sure that we vote them out. And again, this is my encouragement also to the president whom are going to vote. I want them to keep these laws they have introduced for about 6 months before you remove them. Make sure that these people actually also, I'm not talking about revenge, but you know, there are sometimes these court, the judges should also test their own medicine. These people who are actually abusing us, they should also test their own medicine. That's what it should be. Maintain that law for 6 months or 3 months. You will see they will speak and let the cyber actually catch up with them. Make sure that actually also they test what you have tested. And that is it. Thank you very much. I know there are a number of people who wants to talk to the people. But this is my last again contribution is that let's flat out and go. Let's not be discouraged by introducing new parties. Whatever the person we are targeting to stand and to be our president will be, even if he's going to stand on ladies, you know very well. If you go to the salon and this salon there is a special woman who does your hair, even if they chase her, she goes and starts working from under the tree. You still follow that woman under the tree and actually and go and do your hair there. Let's do the same. If it is Mundubire and Mundubire is going to stand under the tree, we will follow under the tree and vote for him. If it is Makebi Zulu is going to stand even on the toilet, we go on the toilet and vote for him. This is our target. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Other caller, please, you are our last caller. Make your contribution. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Uh-oh. Hello, caller. Yes, Mr. Mwamba.
Yeah, this is Mwamba from Livingston.
Make your contribution, Mwamba.
Thank you so much. The first one is the Banan Kane. I think the last 5 years we've had the president who is so unpatriotic to his country. Looking at if there's anything that Abasungu bakwata, it is patriotism to their country. So Abasungu and this is exactly what this government has done. They punish abantu. Then Abasungu send the money sources they are taking them out of this country. Now, if you have such a leader who cannot protect your natural resources, and yet but they still want to continue, I think it is something that Zambians must be aware about. Every leader like president, if you leader president, could take abantu. And do also take abantu. I feel has to make sure to Valeria, freedom, Samba, Valestafionse. The government for Avukateka, Arisa Mukutana, Mukurusha, the same citizens are Russia, the same citizens are Patania, I no, there is no way we can have such a president. Zambians, they have to be concerned and make sure that our president will take up. Zambians, for who they are, because 5 years to watch, 5 years to live a this is how far he can go. And I think if he still loves this country, I think he will never after a middle in the candidate and then the other thing about Mwamba is about unity for the opposition. Now, unity for Zambians, I don't know why you travel kushoka sana. It's not about who should gain and who should lose and who should do what. It's about defending our own country. Okay? Now, we are already in campaign period, but still we are still preaching about opposition unit. And the opposition, most of the people, they are not willing to come. Now, Twirashoka, PF basata barisha balitandika kale basata batushirire PF balitandika PF bakunde basata balipangira ma structures. Okay, so
tuyamba n'okupitamu around which political party mu Zambia equator structures in 111 districts. So this is why our opposition political parties they should come back to reality and realize that okay, for example, to appear bakaraba ma structures yabwe abakwisa na kwisa ngatwasubira to appear nangwati KBF ma structures yabashana. So this is something that we should look at, because now ama campaign yaliko hapa nile ama campaign kwa kinali aya mu 1990 ukushali ama phone kwanto apa freedom ya ama phone na bakaka. So ichiko hapa is to organize people within their communities so that the message can be spread, and that can be done by the structures of the party. Why can't the opposition rally behind PF, the original PF? Not because they want that leader or anything, but for the sake of Zambia, because PF has got structures everywhere. So I think that is my submission, Mwamba Tote.
Thank you very much. That was our last caller. But I noticed that you are still calling Mwabantu Wakwalesa. At least I tried to stay on another hour. Munjele Leko, thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you, and we'll speak tomorrow.
This President Akain, and now I'm saying to say, it's easy, it's good to follow Freemason who is giving people free education. It's good to follow a Satanist who is feeding school-going children into schools than having a Christian. Okay? Even kamba mwa Kristo, he says Satana watu apeleka free education. Satana watu akambo menya watu. Imwe mkamba ati izankarako. Izankarako ni chani. Tiendi kakuma nepa ground. Hapa ya yamba bato, we are ready for you, of which we know. This President Akain, and now I'm saying to say, it's easy, it's good to follow Freemason who is giving people free education. It's good to follow a Satanist who is feeding school-going children into schools than having a Christian. Okay? Even kamba mwa Kristo, he says Satana watu apeleka free education. Satana watu akambo menya watu. Imwe mkamba ati izankarako. Izankarako ni chani. Tiendi kakuma nepa ground. Hapa ya yamba bato, we are ready for you, of which we know. This President Akain, and now I'm saying to say, it's easy, it's good to follow Freemason who is giving people free education. It's good to follow a Satanist who is feeding school-going children into schools than having a Christian. Okay? Even kamba mwa Kristo, he says Satana watu apeleka free education. Satana watu akambo menya watu. Imwe mkamba ati izankarako. Izankarako ni chani. Tiendi kakuma nepa ground. Hapa ya yamba bato, we are ready for you, of which we know.
If they decide to drop off, they are allowed. Look, you can pay the 100,000 and decide not to stand. You can change your mind.
And decide to stand on a different political party.
No, well,
is that allowed?
Yeah, well, if you do that, then there has to be a pre-processing or a processing afresh of the 1,000 people. Because those people who came here to support you, they are supporting the candidate on that particular political party. Isn't that so? Now, if you decide to go next week to say, I'm standing on a different political party, then you have to bring the 1,000 supporters from that political party. Because I don't think membership of political parties is interchangeable.